volunteers, what would we do?
You guys are about to learn some exciting, great book boxing skills.
Very exciting.
There are many different size books, and today we're going to show you the easiest way to pack as many books as we can into one box. If you ever come across the boxing station, first things first, you'll have to learn how to create a box. So you open it up like that. These are what you call the smaller flaps, and these are what you call the bigger flaps.
And one thing, make sure the box is backwards. You're taping the bottom end, not the top.
So what happens is you put the smaller flaps in first, and then the bigger flaps next. And make sure that it lines up evenly so that when you tape it, the box will hold up correctly and that it'll look gorgeous. I'm going to tape the tape gun and tape from this side, and we're going to do the width wide first. And then it makes it easier to tape the length. That's a lot longer, it's a little bit trickier, but I'll show you guys. And then you have yourself a box. We seem to run across a lot of different sizes of books. And the three main sizes seem to be this size, then we got this size, and then we got this size.
These larger ones are a lot harder to box because normally with these smaller ones here you can fit 4 in a box straight down all the way to the top. But these guys are quite a bit bigger, so what you actually have to do is we put these in up and down all the way from one end to the other, and we take the very small ones and we put them in the edge.
My favorite size books are these books because it's the easiest to pack. All you got to do is find a bunch of books this size, and what you're going to do is when you box them, the pages, you want them to face the outside of the box, and you want this to be on the inside, so that when the books are colliding, they go like this instead of the pages going like this.
And then if you still have trouble getting the box to fit, what we do is we take these daily breads and we pack them on the sides all the way up to the edge. So when you push the box closed, like this with these flaps, it doesn't collapse on any of the edges because there's a lot of weight on each box and we don't want to have a pallet collapsing.
Here we got the raw sorting station. And what we do is we have people donate. They come through the back door. We weigh all the boxes. We have them fill out a sheet. And then we bring it to this section right here. And what we do here is we sort through any secular books, any Bibles, any Christian books,
any DVDs and CDs.
Yep, any Sunday school material.
We have a devotional bin that all the devotions, daily breads, the upper room, anything that's a devotional you can plop in. And we have a spot for cardboard. What we'll do is we'll break up the cardboard, break the boxes down and throw it in there. And also we have a spot for books that are moldy, if they're torn or too damaged to send. We have a hard cover and a soft cover bin for those. And also next to those on the far wall there by the furnace we have a bin that is dedicated strictly for the music. So it's hymnals, anything that has singing, lyrics, that's where you put all that stuff.
Welcome to the labeling station. At this station, we want to do two things. First, we want to make sure that there's no personal information, anything that can link a person back to the original or the previous owner. So we look through the books, and if we see anything, one thing is to see if there's bookmarks or pieces of paper, anything in there, and there's not in this one. So this book's good to go. It doesn't have any personal information and it doesn't have anything inside the pages, so we can move it to the empty bin. This book has a name and a phone number in it, and so we want to make sure that phone number is covered up. So we've got these stickers that have the Lord's Prayer on it, and we just snap them, pull them off, and we're going to cover up that personal information. We put the sticker on because we don't want anyone to be linked back to the previous owner. So we'll make sure there's no personal information, nothing inside the pages. This one has an address on the front, so again, we want to take a sticker, cover that up, and then once all of the books are done, we've gone through them all, we've filled up this bin, this is ready to go to the next station. And that's what we do at the labeling center.
Now if you guys are at this station here, what this is, it's the fine sorting station. And what you're gonna do, these bins here will be on the table. And what you'll do is you'll pull out a book, say like this, Max Lucado, and what you do is you find out what category it goes in. And we actually have a category that's labeled authors. And all the authors we stick in there are on this list. So you can see that Max Lucado is actually on the list. So you'll put it in the appropriate bin. And you'll just do that through all these boxes. And if you need more books, we'll be around to help you. But do the best you can, and most are pretty straightforward, so you shouldn't have to worry about miscategorizing some books.
And you don't have to spend too much time on each book. You just do a quick look through, and you don't want to read the whole book to find out what category it goes into. You just kind of look around. Sometimes it'll say it on the bottom corner. In this one, I look at it and I'm like, all right. I look and I'm like, oh, Christian humor. It's Christian humor. So you put it right there. And you just got to do it quick. Like, oh, this one says family forum. Hey, what the heck? I think there's a tub for family. Let me just find it. Look at family/parenting. Bada boom, bada bang.
Yep, every book should have a category. And if there's any questions, go ahead and ask us.
Say you're doing the final sort station, and one of these tubs or cubbies gets full. What you're going to want to do is make yourself one of the boxes that we showed earlier. And you're going to want to take the tub, and what you're going to want to do, like an example is I got the teen box right here, and it was overflowing. So I had to box it up, and what you do is you want to get it nice and tight like we were saying earlier. Make sure it's all good. Shut the small flap, shut the bigger ones. You're going to want to take the tape gun, and then what you do is you take a marker, and you're going to want to write teens on the upper right hand side. Boom, 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 boom.
Very nice.
You see that? And then you're going to want to flip it around.
Do it on the exact
On the other
same.
side, do it on the exact opposite side. Upper right hand corner, right teens. There you have a teens full 30-pound, most likely, box ready to go.
Ready for
onto
the pallet. Okay, now that you've boxed up the teens tub or whatever tub you've done, now's the time to take it over to the library/mixed books pallet. And so what you do, just grab the box on both sides, and you need a little help. There we go.
So once you come with a box, you can put it in the palette that's called audiovisual, Bibles, devotionals, hymnals, mixed books. We got mixed library. We got just whatever one. You just plop it right on the. They're all labeled. Just plop it there and stack it up. And what we have actually have a pattern of how to stack the boxes. And what we do here, I'll move a couple boxes so you guys can see more clearly. What we do here is we stack 4 boxes
On one edge of the pallet.
on one edge of the pallet, and then
Then you stack these two
we
sideways.
stack 2 of them like that, and we put 1 in the middle right there, and then we stack 2 on the other sides. And what happens is there's going to be a little rectangle looking thing, and what you want to do is once you're done doing that, you want to replicate it, but in reverse. So what you do is you take the box, and you line up 4 in a row like that, bada boom, bada bang, and you just keep doing the same pattern until you reach 9 high. And then once you reach 9 high,
Then it's shrink wrap time.
it's shrink wrap time.
Now you see everything behind us here, all the ones that have the blue and the white labels, these are all going to go on the same pallet. From everything from the angels all the way down to the end of the metal shelving there, and all the way down, all 4 rows. That'll all end up on the same pallet, and that's actually labeled. We'll show you a little bit on. It's called the Mixed Library pallet. So we'll show you guys where those go.
What we have over here is the seminary books. We got the different categories. But what you do is once a tub gets full, all we do is just box it up, and we write seminary on it.
Pretty straightforward.
And then
And these all end up on the pallet labeled seminary.
sometimes we take books from these categories and we take it to the library. If you go out in the library, you'll notice that there's a section for each one of these categories. Sometimes the library gets a little empty, and what we want to do is repack it, because we have missionaries that come and they get up to 400 pounds of free books, and we don't want the library to be completely empty.
We want to ready for the next guys who come in.
Yeah, so whenever you guys just want to check out the library, see if there's any empty spots, you'll see, oh, authors is looking a little low today. And you go and pick out certain authors that are looking low, take it right up there and put them right in the library, alphabetical order.
All right, so now that you guys know how to do that, we'll just take the devotional bin, take that up to the library, and show you how it's done.
Would you like some help, sir?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't want to throw out your back?
Not again. Okay, and see now that we're at the devotionals, and what we do, you take the books and you also alphabetize them by the author's last name. So you can look and see if we have any low here, and if we do, you just take the author, find a little bit of room, place them in, and you're all set.
If we didn't have volunteers, what would we do? What would we